would like to talk about the 2015 Hill of Grace. This is our new release of the Hill of Grace, a really beautiful vintage. We've described it as a vintage graced by the luminous moon because Hill of Grace is picked around Easter time. The 2015 was really a almost perfect season in terms of the weather, the winter rainfall, the spring, a perfect spring with good set and good flowering, a really mild summer and long mild ripening season, and we just have the most expressive, beautiful aromatic wine. Prue will tell you about what she does in the vineyard.
But it's a tiny vineyard, so only 4 hectares of Shiraz, and some of the oldest vines in Australia. So we look after them with absolute care. Because they're not irrigated, we mulch underneath the vines to preserve that moisture, and then we also treat the whole vineyard biodynamically. So we do some spring sprays, soil sprays, to help build up the soil activity. And then around the vineyard we have a lot of native plants which actually act as habitat for beneficial insects. And this really helps in the management of pests and diseases. So it's a beautiful spot and it produces some amazing wine.
And the soil types in the Hill of Grace vineyard vary from really sandy loam over a clay, red clay up in the house block, through down to the grandfather's where it's a lovely deep silt. And you get a diversity of aromas and flavours in that. But certainly the overriding characteristic in Hill of Grace is from the deep silt in the old grandfathers. The vines are over 150 years old, and it's this most amazing, beautiful, what we describe as almost like 5 spice. It's a very exotic aroma. You have some other descriptors as well?
Yeah, anise is always a big role to play in the nose. It's just a beautiful aroma.
And very much a sense of place of the Hill of Grace vineyard. But it also has a lot of power, lovely vibrance with the black fruits, quite elegantly structured, but layers and layers of flavour and beautiful fine velvety tannins, an amazing finish and length on the wine. This was, I think, one of the almost perfect vintages that we've had.
Yes.
That we can see the potential of this wine going for another at least 10, 20, 30 years in the bottle, but even beautiful drinking now. And I guess it's a wine that reflects its history and its site. The name Hill of Grace comes from the church. The church was built by our ancestors, and the name is Gnadenberg, and that name translates as Graceful Hill or Hill of Grace. And it's really, I guess, a part of our history, a part of our heritage, an important part of what this wine is all about. So with this is the launch of the new vintage. I'm sure you're all looking forward to it. We're here now enjoying a taste of the wine, but it is a great year. I'm very proud of it. Cheers.
Cheers.